Was Mr. Pandaria Classic a flop? Now, depending on who you ask, the answer is both yes and the answer is no. But fundamentally speaking, the entirety of the Classic project, the progression servers, has come down to a crashing, staggering end. Now, I'm going to pull up Ironforge Pro just to show you guys what I mean, but the numbers of progression servers have effectively filtered out to such a heavy degree that there is no more justification in continuing the progression era servers. This is vanilla. Vanilla peaked over here with Blackwing Lair's launch at 489,000 players. Then it of course fell off. And then of course you have the Naxxramas, and then you have the pre-patch and all that stuff. And then you have TBC, which maintained a healthy 300,000 players the entire time till the very end, where they peaked at 360,000 people doing Sunwell, trying to rush out, get their legendaries in preparation for Wrath of the Lich King. And then of course Wrath, the most popular, Wrath GDKPs were absolutely insane. If you didn't do a Wrath GDKP, you genuinely can't understand how much fun it was for the entire crowd. Running Nax GDKPs is probably one of the top 5 WoW experiences for the whole Classic progression experience. But at the end of the day, it was Wrath. The closer you got to the end, the less the numbers were. Ulduar, despite being a top 5 raid of all time, proved to the vast majority of the player base that they just don't like hard raids. Hard raids just did not have healthy numbers, and most people just did not like doing hard content. And before everyone in the comment section starts flaming me like my Twitch chat is doing right now, I was joking about the GDKPs. I am anti-GDKP, but that's a whole topic we're not covering right now. Read between the lines in the sarcasm. You then, of course, have ICC. Beloved, people love ICC. It's in a lot of people's favorite raid of all time, but people got their achievement and the numbers fell off a cliff. And then Cataclysm. They launched multiple raids at the same time, and then it fell off a cliff. Then Fireland at an average of 125,000. The lowest average point for Wrath of the Lich King was 268,000. That was the lowest average. And that wasn't the average at all. The average was closer to about right around here. 360,000 people across most of Wrath. Firelands had 132,000 people average. That's what Firelands had. 132,000 average, give or take. So by the metric of comparing Cataclysm to the 3 expansions before it, Cataclysm was a colossal failure. But MOP took those numbers even lower. MOP never even reached 300,000 players like Cataclysm did. MOP's peak was over here at 200,000, and then a steady decline. You have Throne of Thunder here at about 100,000, until Throne of Thunder fell down to about 48,000. And at its lowest point, Throne of Thunder had 35,000 people. That was the week before Siege of Orgrimmar. And Siege of Orgrimmar has been continuously declining week on week, losing about 1,000 to 2,000 raiders every single week. And it's currently sitting at 50,000 total raiders. So the very metric that you define by players, and raiding is one of the most easily identifiable player metrics, right? In Era and Vanilla and TBC and Wrath, you had people collecting, achievement farming, doing all of these things. You had people grinding, PvP. In MOP, everything is low. There's 5,000 people doing Arena, and the last week had 4,000 people doing Arena. Mr. Pandaria has fallen off a cliff and died. It is a flop. By the definition of a flop, compared to World of Warcraft version, Mr. Pandaria is a flop. Compared to every other MMO out there in the market, any MMO that had 50,000 concurrent people raiding alone would be a massive success. All these MMOs would be showcasing this number to the world. We have 50,000 people raiding our endgame content and about 120,000 people playing the game overall. This number, that number, they would be showcasing the numbers to make the game look more popular. No MMO shows their numbers. So this is just a broken, buggy game mode that has not had its bugs fixed. It hasn't had patches to address a lot of the concerns the player base had. If you want to see how sad it was, I'm going to pull up a content creator called Kago. We're not going to watch his videos, but he was doing daily videos begging the devs to fix Mr. Pandaria, to go through it, and we're not going to cover the fact that he's made a video about every single Classic Plus leak to date. There's a lot of them. We're going to scroll all the way down to before he quit, Mr. Pandaria, because he literally stayed on Mr. Pandaria to the very last moment. But Mr. Pandaria had so much things wrong with it that it was genuinely a game that had every single bug ignored. The devs wouldn't address them. The devs wouldn't try to fix them. The devs wouldn't go through them. I forget that this man does daily videos. This is going to be a long scroll. but I'm going to keep talking while I scroll through here. But in Mr. Pandaria, every single week, there was bugs and things broken that needed to be addressed, and they never got addressed. The devs ignored every bug. They never tried to fix the bugs. They never tried to help the game. Constantly. He would beg for help, beg for PTR changes, just beg for changes to make the game better. And the devs never did hotfixes. They never addressed the bugs. They just let the game die. And if that doesn't tell you all you need to know about the state of Mr. Pandaria and the future for Warlords of Draenor Classic, I don't know what else I can tell you. It's over. The progression servers are dead. And we can see this by the fact that they've been working on the previous, future versions of the game using the dev test server. Starting here with 1.15, which was Season of Discovery. And then they were working on Season of Discovery and Cataclysm in the same dev client. And then Cataclysm turned into Mr. Pandaria, and Mr. Pandaria turned to 1.60. They have not done a single fix or hotfix to, in this context, Mr. Pandaria since October 24, 2025 for the most part. It's been abandoned. And this is further reinforced by the fact, I know I look crazy with all these leaks here, just ignore them. This slate was confirmed to be real. This is a real slate that shows that there is no Warlords of Draenor. MOP is over. That experiment has come to its fitting conclusion. That experiment has come to an end. There is no reason to fix a game mode. There's no reason to fix a bug that made the entire World First racing community tell Blizzard in the PTR that this bug is in game. And then if people lose the race to World First because of a bug that they reported that never got addressed. All the World First racing guilds quit with Mr. Pandaria. They didn't even bother trying to race it because it's broken. The bugs are in game. Lei Shen was broken. You could cheese the floor mechanic. Like, the mechanic that's not meant to be cheesable was cheese. They made one of the hardest raid fights cheesable and skippable. That is the state of Mr. Pandaria. That is the state of the game. And that is a sad, sad state for the game to be in. So, to answer Doobie Live's question, was MOP Classic a flop? And the answer is yes. Mr. Pandaria did not hit the numbers it needed. It did not hit the metrics it needed. It did not hit anything needed to justify Warlords of Draenor Classic. So to anybody that is upset, that is sad, that we're not getting Warlords of Draenor Classic, just know, if you guys had played, if you guys had committed, if you guys had stayed on MOP, on Cataclysm, and kept the game healthy to 300,000 average raiders the whole time, we would be getting Warlords of Draenor Classic. But they made this determination over here with Cataclysm when they saw the numbers with MOP. They didn't bother putting it on the slate. They didn't bother putting it on the slate for a reason. They knew MOP was the end. MOP was the last expansion that was remotely not retail. At this point, at the end of Mr. Pandaria, it's time for you to head over to retail and join the rest of your friends who are waiting for you with open hand. They've got their arms wide open like, come on buddy, come on in, give me a hug, it's time. Challenge mode dungeons, we've got Mythic Plus. Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic, oh I know you love Mythic, trust me, Mythic raiding is fun, come on, come here. You're gonna love the new Mythic raids. They're gonna give you a nice hug and they're gonna welcome you into retail WoW and you're gonna have a good time. As a Mr. Pandaria player, it's time for you to lock in and accept your fate and walk on over to retail. And to all the people holding out to the very end, giving Mr. Pandaria Classic one last hurrah on Siege of Orgrimmar. You're a champion, you're a legend, congratulations. You stuck through it, through bitter teeth till the very end. And I congratulate you, but it's okay. Put the character down. You won, you beat it, you've done it. Your character and MOP era is gonna be there forever. You proved your point, you're loyal. You can go outside, touch grass, and find a woman. If that doesn't show loyalty, I don't know what will.